Hi there, you're listening to Magic Mondays. My name is Tim Grech, and my special guest today is Chloé, Thenewone. How are you, Chloé?
I'm good. Hi, Tim. Lovely to connect with you. Thank you for having me here.
You're very welcome. It's
Thank
great
you.
to see you. So you're living in Slovenia at the moment, Ljubljana, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, I live in the capital, Ljubljana, in Slovenia at the moment. Yes, exactly.
Tell me about that. What's that like there?
It's a lovely city.
Mhm.
I can say it's definitely, we have everything that anyone would love to have. We have a lot of tourists. It's beautiful. It's clean. But it's not the place I want to live in a long term, as I'm traveling the world for
Okay.
16 years. But it's a lovely place to be from time to time.
So you've done a lot of traveling.
Yes, for 16 years, I live and work around the world. So it's actually, I'm 1 year in Slovenia right now. It's been only 1 year.
So,
Yeah.
well, I have to ask you then, what's your favorite place so far?
Hawaii. that's
Hawaii? Oh,
that's my
nice.
yeah, I haven't been to Australia yet, but it's on my list, so I'm definitely gonna love Australia. I definitely will.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit bigger than Hawaii.
Yes, just a tiny little bigger. Yeah.
So, so where's your next place you want to travel to or live in? Is it Australia or you
um
got something else on the way?
well, I'm probably, like, my very first one is going to be probably back to Mallorca, to Spain, where I
Okay.
used to live.
Yeah.
As it's kind of easier for me as a European, to settle down in a European country. But definitely I'm not gonna stay there. Like, I'm just gonna travel, and Australia's on my list, hopefully next year.
Wonderful.
And back to Hawaii. So
Nice. Yeah, I have been to Hawaii. It's a
yeah.
beautiful place. Briefly, well, for a week. Really lovely. Loved it, but I haven't been there for many years. That's good. All right. So tell me about yourself. How you we're in an online business together, and I'd like to know your journey about that and how you've been, your struggles and your successes. So, but before we talk about that, let me know how you actually discovered the business. How did you come across it, and perhaps at the same time what you were doing just prior to that?
Yeah, so my journey hasn't been that long. I'm only 2.5 months in this business, but I'm already succeeding, which is fantastic. But I heard about the business, about the company itself 4 years ago, from a friend of mine, which happened that she's my mentor now in this business. So that was the first time I heard about it. I heard about a product. It sounded amazing, but I didn't have a clue what is it about actually. I didn't know about a compensation plan, as that was a different world for me at the time, as I was working as an employee for 16, 17 hours a day. So my mindset was different. And when she introduced me, like, in a very few sentences, and I'm like, no, I mean, I don't think so. Like, I was interested in working a business online, but I was always wondering, how do you know which business is good? Because everyone is advertising different businesses, everyone is promising success. And I just said to her, you know what? No, I don't think I'm ready. I don't know if I ever will be ready, but you just do your thing. I'm gonna just stay on the yacht, because I was working on the yacht at the time. And then all these years passed by, and I was watching her Facebook, and everyone was celebrating, and, like, all the time something was happening. And I said, it must be like a really good business. Like, what is happening there? And in all those years, I tried to go with different businesses. I tried different business models. It didn't work. I invested a lot of money. I lost all the money. It didn't work. And I still didn't want to go back to that business, as I didn't even consider myself to be in that business at the time. And I think at some point, when I was working on the yachts for somebody else's dreams, for those multimillionaires, billionaires, I was like tired. Like, I was experiencing a burnout. I was sick. I didn't have a healthy life. And I said, that's it. I cannot do it anymore. I need to find a business online. And at the time, I still didn't think about that business that my friend was doing. So I was like circling around, and I found a different business with a low ticket network marketing, which didn't work again. I spent a lot of money, and I thought maybe something is wrong with me. I don't think I can do this. Maybe not everyone can do the business. But as I'm always like, I never quit in life for anything. I always like, I go deeper and deeper. If I fail, which I don't really take as my failure, but it's part of my lessons in life. And I said, I'm going to keep digging. And then this year it happened at the beginning of March. I was at work as I'm still working as an employee right now. So I was at work, and I contacted my friends from this business, and I said, listen, I'm not succeeding in this business. I'm not doing any money. This is like, I failed completely. Like, can you please share about your business? I'm really curious, because you never talk about it like in the details, as I was used to know every detail about a business. And that just happened 3 or 2 days before the big event from the company, which happened once a year. And it took me actually 3 hours to watch that. And I said, I don't care if it's 5 hours. I need to change my life. I want to change my life. I want to see what is this fuss all about. And she didn't talk much. And she said, first, just register. It's free registration. Just watch, and maybe you're going to see what I saw when I entered the business. I said, okay. And the more I watched it, the more I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, because they shared about a compensation plan, they shared about a product, which is amazing. I love the product. And especially because I'm into health for many years, and like that business was exactly what I was looking for. And that actually changed my life completely, as those 3 hours changed my life. And I was like, I want to do it. I want to start. I don't know how much money I have to invest. I don't care. I don't know if I have a money, as I had a really different money mindset. I had many blocks, limited beliefs from my family, from generations. And this is how actually everything started. I was very like, when I started, she said, oh, you have to invest a few thousand. And I'm like, oh my God, what? I said, where can I get that money? And she explained to me in a really good way. And I said, you know what? I'm going to find it. I don't care. I'm going to find the money, as I'm still from paycheck to paycheck at my current work. And I found the money, and I start with one product. And she said, you know what? If you start with 3 products, it's going to be double commission. It's a high commission. The money is really good. And I said, yes, I know. I checked. But where can I get a few more thousand, for purchasing all the products? And I found it in 2 days. I started to like manifest. I was like, I have to find it, because I know this is gonna help me, how it's gonna help me in the business to grow even faster, because that was my first goal. I said, I want to grow fast. I don't want to do it in a slow way, because this is not how I function. And that actually like completely changed. I broke the record in 13 days. I got a new lead. I brought somebody with 3 products like I came into. So, and I'm actually succeeding in this business. I cannot even believe like it's happening.
It's a great story. So well, I'd like to unpack a little bit before. What do you think was the contribution to, as we call, failing, which is a loaded word, but in the previous businesses we're in, what's the difference between you if you kind of didn't make those work to where you are now? Because that's an amazing achievement, 13 days, and you've got a lead and a sale.
Yes. So I think the main problem was at that business, I didn't have a support. That was the first thing. So the support, we didn't have any platform. I didn't have any tools how to learn in this business. I was actually myself in this business. Like, I was part of the team, but I was doing everything on my own. I didn't have any coaches. I didn't have any tools. I didn't have like any webinars or something like that. Nobody lead me in that business. So, and all the time I heard was, the business, we don't grow overnight. I said, I understand that, but I cannot do for like 5 years and I'm still going to be at the same level.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a lot of support from the team, from the community, and the company itself, what it offers to everyone that works for the company. And especially our platform that we have, it's mind-blowing. So I think that's kind of like the main thing. I didn't succeed in that business. And as well, that was a low ticket network marketing. So, which means the products were very cheap.
Yeah.
And I would have to sell a few hundreds of products to like reach first level, not even, I don't know, 5 levels up. So, and every month you go back on zero, which means you start from the beginning each month. And that's like a huge difference from what we do in this business. Like, you can never de-rank in this business, and that's fantastic. Like, which company does that? So yeah, these are kind of like the main things.
Yeah. But if someone said to you as an alternative, and I'm playing the devil's advocate here, that it's much easier to sell cheaper products or cheaper, low ticket products, what would you say to that?
Today, I would say you invest the same time if you're selling a product with a low price or a high price.
Yep.
It's the same.
Yep.
But I didn't think that when I joined this business, but I got a great lesson from my upline. She said, there's no difference. You invest the same amount of time in one product or another product. And I didn't understand at the time until I got my first sale. So it's exactly the same.
Okay. And you talked about, a really good platform. Let's dig down a little bit into that. Like, what's different about this platform that we're both in that you found so different to the previous ones?
First of all, I didn't have any platform in the first business. That's the first thing.
That's a big difference.
The only thing, we had Zoom 1 time per week. That's all I had. Okay. So what is our platform offering us? It's everything from the money mindset, from how we can even enter like somebody that doesn't have any knowledge like prior to that about a business. Yeah. Everything is like into details. Like, they created so fabulous that anyone can learn this. Anyone. It's just, everything is about a mindset. As we always talk, 80% is our mindset. The rest is just the strategy. So it's just, I love it. I love the platform. So much knowledge is there, and they create it in a beautiful way. So
yeah, that is an amazing system. I've been, as you know, because we've talked previously, that in affiliate marketing and other online marketing businesses, and sometimes, quite often, the support has been a weekly call where they just go around and ask people what they're doing, and maybe say a few words, and that's it. And you're sort of left feeling, well, I don't know where to go from here. And yeah, you can ask questions, but it wasn't really coaching. I mean, they were calling it coaching, but it wasn't really coaching. And you just feel bonded and having to go off and search on YouTube or somewhere else on how to grow an online business, which seems a bit pointless because you've paid a lot of money for these things. So that's really interesting. I know you're very you've had some health issues, and you're quite conscious about health. So you're obviously on top health now. You're really well.
Yes, I'm really well. I never felt more energized. I never felt, I feel so good. Like, And
did you feel your health challenges were a problem with running the other businesses, or is it kind of a separate thing?
No, it was a separate thing. Yeah, I had like a lot of health issues
Yeah.
in my past, as I had a very traumatic life. So I just had to go through a lot. And but of course, that business was causing me a lot of stress, which was on the top of everything. So
Not helping. Yes, that's right. And so we're
yeah.
getting in talking about that, then getting back to the program we're doing, and the education. What's the one most important thing you're finding there that's helping you? Because there's different sections of it, you know, marketing,
Yes.
money mindset,
Mhm.
all sorts of.
Yes, that's my first one. Money minds and money. Yeah, that's because I had a lot of issues around money, and in my past I had. I mean, everyone have a different beliefs, but I had a really bad karma with money in my past. So all the money that came into my life was gone. So I was always losing a lot of money. A lot of money came in, but even more money like went out, or I lost it. And until I didn't join this business, I didn't know how blocked I am around money. When I started to listen to money mindset, I was like, what? I said, this is the way I'm thinking. Like, so this is like the first thing that somebody who's joining the business needs to go through like 10 times if needed, or 20 times, um, until we don't start to change our mindset around money. As this is like really important, because yeah, it's, I think like a lot of us had a really negative relationship with money in the past. There was like no education, at least not in my school or any school that I know.
No.
And something that my parents would teach me, they never did. It's
Yeah.
just like, you need to spend money. That's all I knew.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's funny because I've talked to a few people about this, and I'm in the same way. It's like it's a real eye opener how much our money mindset affects our earning capacity and our life, and that it's just this hidden thing that a lot of us don't think about. And when you're, I wouldn't say the program's confronting, but it confronts you with a lot of questions that you ask yourself. And I had the same reaction. It's like, wow, that explains an awful lot of things in my life. You know, sometimes successful, sometimes not, sometimes earning money, sometimes losing it, and constantly looking for something to build upon and to earn money with. And having gone through the money mindset thing a couple of times now, and reading the books that are suggested, it's just I don't know why this isn't part of our education as children, but you know, we're not actually educated a lot on life skills as kids. It's more about history and all sorts of other things. But I just found it an amazing wake up call. Explained a lot.
yes. And it's amazing that we have it there every month, every day.
Yeah.
Like a few times a day, you can open, you can listen, you can implement, you can do the work. And
Yeah.
besides all the rest that we have, which is like, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's not hard to get through it, but it's you just keep on going back and listening to things that are really important to you, and then there's so much more to discover. And of course, they keep adding things, which is even more amazing. Yeah. So are you
yes.
having gone through the program, or you know, done a certain amount of it, and also just life experiences? What are the sort of one or two things that are really important to you in your life and in business going forward?
I think consistency for me, because that's how I am. Like when I decide something I want to do, I'm gonna do no matter what is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like no matter struggles, which I didn't really find in this business so far. I didn't really struggle because I had a lot of struggle before. So I think things are going pretty smooth in this business for me. Yeah, so like consistency is definitely the first thing. And just to learn, as I didn't have knowledge about marketing, network marketing, how to connect with people like in a proper way, not to be pushy, not to be needy, not to be anything from that. So it's just like I came back to law of attraction in this business, which I forgot about it like years ago. So it's really helping and it's really working. So yeah.
So what have you learned about yourself in doing this or getting into this business and doing the program?
What did I learn?
What have you learned about yourself?
It's definitely, I like my personal development,
Yeah.
started to improve even more.
Yeah.
So this is something that this beautiful business is offering us.
Mm-hmm.
So we can constantly work on ourselves. And this is like, I mean, what else would you want? Like, you work on yourself. You're in a beautiful community, very supportive community, like lovely people. And you can create like a lot of money in this business. You can create the dream life that you always maybe just imagined to have, but you thought, oh no, I don't think I can have that. Yes, you can have it.
Yeah,
definitely.
it's definitely a mind change, isn't it? A mindset change. So where do you see yourself in 12 months? Because you've just started, really.
You know where I see? In the dashes. I see myself in the dashes in this business.
in the dashes. Explain that. Explain that.
Yeah, wait.
Don't know.
Yeah. So these are just like the different ranks in our business. When you achieve 6A, you're kind of like, oh, now I can breathe a little bit, as it's like a run till you go from 1A to 6A. And then I think you can like relax a little bit, but you still have to work, obviously. And you have your entire team you need to support, you need to lead, you need to help them out, as you always want to. Of course, you want your team to succeed as well, not just you, because not everything about you.
Yeah.
And yes, and when the dashes are coming, the legacy, oh, that's the best part. So this is the place I see myself, and this is the place I'm going to. Yeah.
Awesome. So if you wake up in 12 months and what do you see around you? As you're in the dashes, as we call it? You're whatever.
Yeah, I'm in the dashes. I have the best life. I live in a beautiful house at the beach. I can stay in Hawaii as long as I want.
Hawaii.
And for how, like, I can travel around the world with, like, not thinking about it. If I can afford it, can I go? And I can be on vacation like all year long. I don't need to be an employee anymore. That's like the best freedom you can have.
That sounds awesome. And you can take the business wherever you go.
Yeah, everywhere. You just need a laptop or phone, whatever. You just go. Yeah. Nice. You can even do it from the plane. Like our legends are doing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So is there anything I haven't asked you that you'd like me to ask you?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Is there anything that I haven't asked you that I should have asked?
Probably. I don't know. You tell me.
That's good. No, that's fine. That's great. Also, thank you so much, Chloé, for your time. It's been wonderful talking to you, and I'd love to talk to you again in some time when you're into the dashes. So it could be 12 months or even less.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, it can be less.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it can happen. Why not? Mindset is everything. Yeah, it can happen.
Awesome. And people can find you on Facebook, on a normal social media, I presume.
Yes, they can find me by the same name, Chloé, Thenewone.
Okay.
Facebook or Instagram is the same name, my first, my last name. So
awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy to connect.
Fabulous. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to chatting to you soon. Thanks, Chloé.
Yeah, the same to you. Thank you. Thank you.